Okay, in this video we're going to look at changes to a loan when there's a change in time period. So you can see here that there's been a person take out a 15-year loan of 150,000 for 9.5% fortnightly. So immediately that gives us various values. So it gives us our N, which is going to be 15 years times 26. It's got PV there, it's got I there, and it's got CPY and PPY, which is 26. They want us to calculate payment at the beginning of the loan. So remember, at the beginning of a loan, everything's calculated as if nothing will change. Even though they know it will, in order to figure out what that repayment should be, they calculate it as if the loan is going to stay like that forever. So the interest rate won't change or anything like that. So what we do is we calculate the repayment at the beginning, and then if we need to recalculate at various stages in the loan, that's what happens next. So let's calculate the repayment using Finance Solver. So we've got most of the information there. So N is 15 times 26, so that's how long we want the loan to run for. Okay, I is going to be 9.5, PV is 150,000, PMT is unknown, FV is going to be 0 because we want it to be repaid. So that gives us a repayment amount of that. Okay, so we're going to just things out there. Okay, so that's the value, and this is the value we calculate. So the answer is 722.23 per month. After 5 years, the person has decided they want to pay off the loan in only 5 more years, so making it a 10-year loan instead of a 15-year loan. Calculate what the new repayment amount must be. So we have to work out 2 stages of the loan. We've got years 0 to 4 effectively. So the first 0 to 5. And then we've got years 5 plus. Okay, so for the first one, N is going to be 5 years times 26 payments. I is the same, PV is the same, payment we're going to keep the same. We get to that value there, and that will tell us the value for the next part of the loan. So that will be our PV in the next part of the loan, is the remainder of the loan. Now, we want the remainder of the loan to happen in 5 more years. So we're going to do 5 times 26 again, 9.5%. Now, this is going to be our new owing amount. So we're going to control copy this. We're going to control C that, and we're going to put that into the amount that we have in our bank, which is like the new principal. Even though it's not the principal, it's not the starting amount, that's what we currently have. We're going to get rid of the negative sign because it's in our bank still, or in our investment. And we're going to repay it to make it 0. Now we want to know what the repayment amount needs to be if that's going to be 5 years instead of what should be there, which is another 10 years. So we're going to leave that as 130, which is 5 years of repayments, and we're going to leave the PMT, we're going to delete, and we're going to press enter. You don't actually need to delete it, I'm just showing you to make a sort of point that that's the unknown. And we hit enter, and that's the new repayment amount that we need in order to finish the loan in that amount of time. So I'm going to copy and paste that into the workings. So just to reiterate, that PV from the first part of the loan goes into FV from the first part goes into PV, removing the sign. Okay, and the 5 years plus bit we've just shown down here. Okay, so that's how we get that, and then the resulting number from that gives us a repayment amount of 1171.77 per month if we are to finish the loan exactly after.